We will be contacted by mental health professionals in the following days.
G'day everyone, it is the 6th of May today. Tomorrow, Manukau District Court, if you want to be able to show some support to Liz Gunn and her getting a stuffed up arm by police for simply filming at the Auckland airport, seems to be a recurring thing. And of course, if you go looking through OIAs asking if there's any guidance in regards to public photography, or as a lovely lady used coined my phrase that I made up. I called them PIP tests, which was photography in public places. I coined that phrase in New Zealand here, to the best of my knowledge, unless someone else wants to show me evidence to the other, but I've been doing PIP tests since around 2014, and this lady went and asked an OIA into the police to ask them if there's been any guidance to the force in general in regards to public photography. There wasn't then, and there still fucking well isn't. And in this day and age, I believe the police shouldn't just use the standard ATM approach. ATM, ask, tell, so they're just gonna fucking make it. So that's what they do. ATM, ask, tell, make. According to our little smurfette darling, Cherie here, in her open public court testimony, that's what they're trained. Doesn't matter if you're exercising a right, and you have every right to do so. No, they will ask you to stop, then tell you to stop, then they will fucking assault you. Although they don't call it assault in New Zealand police, it's called their PCA, is their little get out of jail free terminology, police cumulative assessment. So when I'm asking, or when Tony's asking a cop directly on the stand, when someone else attacks you and tries to take your phone off of you, if that's assault, he didn't know. 21 years in the force, and he didn't know what assault was. He turned around and says, well, it completely depends on her PCA, and her PCA can be different from his PCA. So in other words, whatever fucking narrative they want to spin. I was disgusted with the so-called justice system in Tony's case, and granted, you know, Tony isn't totally without fault in this one. He'll admit that first and foremost. You know, there's a few things he shouldn't have said, and a few things possibly he could have taken a bit more restraint on, which is, you know, which goes to show the bar for disorderly behaviour and trespass is pretty fucking low in New Zealand, especially when cops are out there with private agreements with commercial businesses to enforce their private fucking bullshit. But anyway, not to mention they've got untrained security like old Nicholas Mickindo, S25, who admitted on the stand that he wasn't even trained as a security guard, although he's walking around Auckland Airport with Skygate security all over him. So, you know, it makes you wonder. And the guy that used to, of course, run Air New Zealand's now running the country, so I mean, New Zealand's pretty fucked these days from when it was when I was a kid. And yeah, I'm a Gen X, so I don't give a fuck what other people think. But yeah, disgusting. Anyway, the reason I'm making this brief, I always get blabbery, this brief little email is part 3 of trying a different tactic with the bus lane ticket. Now, you may recall I was showing a mate around in February who came up from Ashburton, showing her around Queen Street and K Road and over the bridge and shit around midnight, and we got a bus lane ticket. Well, I got a bus lane ticket. So, instead of transferring liability or trying all these other wonderful avenues that are legally provided, I just thought, I can't be fucked taking 18 months through the entire court system just for them to run on a presumption anyway, even though the registered owner is standing in front of them saying, what evidence do you have? They don't give a fuck. you're no longer presumed innocent, you're presumed guilty unless you can prove otherwise. Or at least that's as far as the revenue collection in New Zealand's concerned. But yeah, I got this little email here marked private and confidential, or this letter, and I thought I'd wait, and I got it on Saturday on the 4th, but I thought I'd wait until today, the 6th, to open it. And what do you think it may be? Well, it's saying 10th of February. Oh, who's it from? Do we know the friends that it might be possibly from? Auckland Transport said they couldn't stop the process, but I know their process will take them 87 days to get nowhere and then hand it back to the council. And then what the council will do is the council will then forward it on to the courts for enforcement, because it will then no longer just be a fee, it will then be enforceable as a fine and then taken off my thing. Now, bear in mind, this is months and months away when that will happen, if it happens, but I've been paying them off $5 a week, just like I would if it went right through the court process and I got the $150 ticket and an extra $30 court cost slapped on top because I chose to defend my innocence, which is presumed to be fuck all these days. No, they I just thought I was just going to pay them $5 a week, and I didn't ring them up or set anything up. If you go to your banks, there's already a preloaded thing with Auckland Transport, so I just put my fucking ICN number in there and started paying them. Well, their response was to say, well, we don't give a fuck if you're paying it off, even though they use Afterpay now, and they give you options of making 4 easy installments. That doesn't suit me, and given so long as I'm happy to make all reasonable means to pay the debt, I would have thought $5 a week would keep them happy, considering that's all they're getting from fucking me anyway after an 18-month court process, and they still wait 9 months to recover the debt, because that's how long $5 a week works out to be, or around that, you know, $5 a week, it's 30 weeks, so a little under 6 months, a little over 6 months. So, this one is dated on the 26th of April, and it's saying that I owed them $135. Now I'm just going to check and see. I'll put up the details in front of us, so I'll briefly pause and show you the payments that have been made and what the actual total was on the 26th of April, and then see if they're, one, overcharging, and secondly, I'm going to give this phone call a number, and they have a Baycorp reference number. Avoid further penalty charges if this infringement remains unresolved and is sent to the Ministry of Justice. Further costs can be added to the infringement fee balance. Well, hang on. If it's going through the Ministry of Justice, it's no longer an infringement fee. It becomes an enforceable fine.
Thank you for calling Baycorp. Our purpose is to provide better solutions, one meaningful conversation at a time. Your call may be monitored and recorded for training and quality assurance purposes. Stay with us while we connect you to the next available team member.
My name is James. How can I help you?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch your name.
Oh, my name is James.
Jane, hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. Yeah, I've got a letter in the post here. Just
May I have the Baycorp reference number first?
the Baycorp reference number. Well, it says it's yours, so I suppose I can give it to you. It's 3150.
Thank you. Let me just go ahead and pull up the information. And your name, please?
Sorry?
What is your full name?
Well, most people around here call me Dad or Mark.
Mark, okay. Mark, yeah. And by the way, this is your mobile phone number, the one that you're using right now, correct?
Pardon me?
The phone number that you're using right now, is that your mobile
Well, it is.
mobile phone number?
It's Telecom's number. I pay for the use of it. But yeah.
Okay. And Mark, yeah, can you please confirm your date of birth and address for security?
Shit. Well, can I have you confirm your full name and date of birth, just so I know who I'm talking to? It's kind of personal information.
You are actually calling Baycorp, and we're doing this through, by identification process. Now, we have your details here marked, okay? You were born in 1972.
That's
So
what
I'd like you to
well, Mum told me what my birthday was, but then Mum also told me Santa Claus existed and the Tooth Fairy was real, you know, so it's kind of hard to believe her. And I was there at the time, but I'll be buggered if I can remember what the date was. She's told me.
Do you have a reason why you're calling?
Yeah, because I got a letter in the post from you guys, and I'm kind of confused as to why.
Okay. I'd like to be honest with you, Mark. I won't be able to discuss anything without making sure that I'm speaking to the right person by confirming the date of birth and address on file.
So how is Baycorp going to resolve a resolution that, according to your message there while I was on hold, it says you're interested in my satisfaction? So, I mean,
that's the reason why I'm giving you the information that we have already.
Okay.
We have your date of birth, and you were born in the year 1972.
Yeah.
I'd like you to
apparently it was of July, I believe it was.
Okay. July, you got it right. What about the address on file so we can pull up the information?
Out way. Round, I believe it is.
What's the street number?
I believe.
Okay, perfect.
That's the address that's on the letter here. Anyway.
You got it right. So please be advised that this call is being recorded and retained for record-keeping purposes.
Awesome.
Okay?
Awesome.
And I'll be happy to provide you the information now, okay?
Great.
So this is in regards to your infringement with Auckland Transport. The amount is $135. How would you like to finalize the account today?
I'd like to discuss what's on the letter. The letter says here that Auckland Transport has not yet received a payment for this infringement. Straight off the bat, that's incorrect. Auckland Transport are receiving a $5 payment weekly for this infringement. So, and then it's saying that the balance is $135, whereas I make it to actually be around $125. So that's incorrect as well.
If you really wanted to know what's the reason why and what's the information about this infringement,
well, I'm wondering why.
I'll help you out. I'll help you out on how to check the information.
Yeah, so, I mean, Auckland Transport, I set up an automated payment to pay them off at $5 a week. So I don't get why they're wasting your time and Baycorp's energy to contact me when I'm already paying them off at $5 a week for it.
Do you have any proof of the payment that you're submitting with them?
Well, normally a bus lane infringement is $150, and your records are showing a $135 balance. Now that, to me, would negate that at least 3 payments of $5 a week have been paid, wouldn't it?
So can you, I
can
wanted to
tell you the
provide
dates
the
if you like. The 3rd of April, the 10th of April, the 17th of April, the 24th of April, and the 1st of May, and another one's just gone out on the 8th of May, well, going to be going out on the 8th of May, which, so, you know, there's $30 paid off a $150 ticket already. And the whole point, if I could just finish, the whole point of me setting up a $5 AP to pay them was because last time I challenged it, I went through the entire court process, which took over 18 months. They didn't prove the allegation. They fell back onto a presumption, and I was found guilty and still ended up having to pay them off at $5 a week after that. So it took 18 months in court plus another 6.5 months paying them off at $5 a week for them to get it. Plus it cost me $30 extra court costs. So I emailed them. I told them I'd set up an AP. I said I don't want to incur extra costs. And now they've sent it off to you anyway, which they said they couldn't stop. But my question is, one, you guys are third-party interlopers. I have no contract with Baycorp. Secondly, I'm already paying them off, so you're factually incorrect. Thirdly, the amount is different from what your letter is to what my records currently show, and I don't need to prove that I'm paying them. You're welcome to contact your client, Auckland Transport, and ask them what the current balance is, and I'll lay a bet it's less than $135. So if you'd like
to, you know, we're just basing on the information that was provided by Auckland Transport.
Yeah, granted. And then the letter is the 26th of April, so on the 26th of April, the balance would have been 130, not 135. So that's like I'm saying, you guys have been given.
Anyway, yeah, I'm going to coordinate with Auckland Transport, but you have to provide us the proof of payment that you made, like a screenshot. And then
I've got screenshots of my bank statements to prove it. I mean, all of that's going to be posted up on my YouTube channel because everything here is being recorded and will be broadcast and published.
Very good.
So
actually, that's
I'm
your
kind of,
evidence.
sorry?
Yeah. You can use that as your evidence that you're already making your payment.
Well, I don't need evidence to prove to Baycorp. You guys need to go back to AT and confirm that an automatic payment of $5 a week is currently going to them.
Okay, so $5 weekly.
Yeah, it'll be finished on the 9th of September will be the final payment.
What's the notice number for that one?
The notice number, the reference number that's attached to the automatic payment is 9022316033.
Okay, so 9022316033. Okay, I'll just go ahead and raise this to Auckland Transport, and we're going to wait for their response. Okay?
That'd be awesome. Will I be hearing from Baycorp again in a letter or a phone call?
Once we have the response, we will be calling you back. Mark.
That'd be fantastic. Thanks very much, and you have an awesome day. I'm sorry if I sound difficult. I just, I like to make sure I've got all my ducks in a row.
So, just that's to set a proper expectation every time you call Baycorp, and every time that you receive a call from Baycorp, we will be doing an identification process. So you have to confirm your date of birth and the address because we cannot provide the information without making sure we are speaking to the right person. It's your...
In all fairness, my friend, you've asked me what my address was, which was on the letter that I have in front of me, and you've asked me for a date of birth, which I can't verify because I was there but lacked the ability to remember it, and it's hearsay information. You don't know your date of birth. You've been told by someone else.
But that's the process. So even though the call will be handled by different representative, they will ask you the same thing.
Yeah.
Because that's for security of your information.
Yeah.
So thank you for your time, and you have a great day. Okay.
In fairness, my information's not secure because Auckland Transport's given it to you guys. So
exactly. But this is confidential.
Yeah. Granted. Cool. Okay. You have a great day, my friend.
Bye.
Bye now.
We will be contacted by mental health professionals in the following days. I look forward to catching up with you next time. All the best.